Et donc j'ai perdu une fille.
Oui, Zamor était très amoureux d'elle.
Oui, il est devenu très amoureux d'elle quand il était le gouverneur de Lucienne, et puis elle l'a rejeté, et je crois que voilà, il s'est malheureusement vengé. Et il est mort de faim et de froid en ayant enseigné le français, ce qui prouve que tout ce qu'a fait Jeanne pour lui lui a servi toute sa vie en fait.
For a couple of seconds it sort of scared me because it felt like we were stuck in a loop. You know, when we were standing and the applause and the reaction from the audience, just the energy of their reaction was, it just seemed to go on and on. You become like a kind of because we're all sort of mommies and daddies of the film in a weird way. I went, of course, this is her baby, but proud. I was very proud to see the comeuppance of the result of good work. I haven't seen the thing, but I know it's good because they said so. Trust them.
All right.
Well, I mean, you'd have to not have a pulse to feel at that point, to feel like, no, none of this is happening. This is actually just a kind of a weird joke. You've been asleep for 35 years. So just let the weirdness commence. Of course, you know, I mean, when you're asked to resign from the film you're doing because of something that is merely a bunch of kind of vowels and consonants floating in the air, and you feel a bit boycotted. Do I feel boycotted now? No, not at all. But I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood because everything that the majority of people have been reading for the last 5 or 6 years have been reading, with regard to me and my life, the majority of what you've read is fantastically, horrifically written fiction. So, the fact is, as I was saying, we're here to talk about film, but, you know, it's like asking a question, how are you doing? But what's underneath in subtext is, God, I hate you. No. Do you know what I mean? So that's the sort of media thing. But the focus should be simply on the fact that it's a miracle that your film made that you care about in the first place. So you succeed there, you win right there. But to get a film like this made, and with the caliber of people and the vision of a absolutely, you know, forward-moving artist. That's the focus. That should be the real focus. All the stuff that you can stuff your shoes with, or line your parrot cage with. I think it's boring, isn't it? This is it's weird. $100,000 Bird sings unrecorded Beatles songs. You'll get it later. I promise. I knew that the first thing to focus on was the most assuredly language, pronunciation, not sort of, you can't use certain phrases that you love to use, like the keyboard nui. Doesn't really work coming out of Louis Cannis's mouth, though it sure did. It was really just trying to be as precise as possible and focused as possible. and I had an amazing French coach, Mathilde, who was fiery and mean and abused me. Okay? She's a wonderful French teacher, and she was there, and she was diligent, and she made me stretch my mouth in weird places. But I still like her. She's wonderful. And also, for them, all these, this is their native tongue. Me, I'm sort of flapping around and hoping that the next word will come out in some form of French. It was fun, I had a lot of help. And maybe they felt sorry for me. Just do a couple of takes and send me to my trailer. I'd cry, I'd lay there and weep for hours. I had a very good teacher, and I had a lot of patient actors in the group. What if one day they did not allow me, under no circumstances, no matter what, I cannot go to McDonald's for life. Because somewhere, if you got them all in one room, there'd be 39 angry people watching me eat a Big Mac on a loop. Just for fun. Who are they? Why do they care? Some species, some tower of mashed potatoes covering the light of a computer screen, anonymous, with apparently a lot of spare time. I don't think I'm the one who should be worried. I think people should really think about what it's all about, really. It's weird. People seen or heard the word comeback exchanged by folks, and using that as a sort of catchphrase of the guy's making a comeback, or he's made a comeback, and after whatever experiences, not only myself but other people have experienced, whatever anybody's been through over the last COVID years, or this or that, suddenly the film comes to the Cannes Film Festival, and then this wonderful new word. By the way, I've had about 17 comebacks apparently. I keep wondering about the word comeback because I didn't go anywhere. Matter of fact, I live about 45 minutes away. Maybe people stopped calling out of whatever their fear was at the time. But no, I didn't go nowhere. I've been sitting around. So comeback is sort of like, it's almost like I want to come out and do a tap dance or some kind of, spectacle. Get on the table and dance my best for you guys and hope that you approve. But that's the whole notion of something like that. It's a bizarre mystery. I would think that pretty much anybody could make a similar kind of personal comparison. That is to say, you can apply your own experiences to anything and everything that you do. And I didn't, what I felt what was most important about the character, just sort of foundationally, just was the very idea that first you need to figure out a way that the viewer can forget who you are and forget all the baggage you carry. Within the first 3 to 4 minutes of the film, that's your biggest hope. So forget completely who you are. If you got there, you got through. You did all right for a minute. But also thinking about a character in terms of the various people he has to be. Being the king, he's got to have 7, 8 different personalities in terms of who he deals with, how he deals with them. So I thought it was an interesting study in what a young boy who's made king at such a young age. And this vernacular and this language that he would speak with, like all very differently than he would speak with, any other character. Like Alden, he's very close to that. Would be a very tight thing. With my lens character, Jean Devarie, again, it's another approach, it's another slice of the king. He's had to sort of pie himself to maintain sort of sanity, I suppose, and distance and respect. So that was kind of the foundationally the most important. And I hope the French works. If it doesn't, you can always play it backwards and it'll say something else. That's what they tell me, I don't know.